Well, we're now on to episode 2 of Willow. It's very boring. A very boring episode. Little happens. There's definitely a reason why I quit the first time I started episode 2. I think I was dead on the money with nothing. There was nothing worth talking about. And it seems to be the case with the whole episode. There's very little. I have about half a page here. And it's really like the first 5 minutes. There's stuff to talk about, and the rest is, there's not really much there to discuss. It was just, we're just going to hang about and get Elora Danon to try to be able to use magic or, wake her magical abilities. That's pretty much the episode. That was all they done with it. And, I only just finished my episode 1 review about 2 hours ago. So I'm really trying to blast through this, and I think with this one, we're probably only going to be here about 15 minutes. So let's just dive in to this very uneventful episode. It really was. I'm still waiting for like the really dumb shit to come in. I don't think we're far off now. We've only got another 2 episodes to catch up, so but I knew it was going to be shit. So you just start off. Shit. Now I'm playing it out my fucking thing. Right, so, yeah, Willow, this is like a flashback, and Willow turns up over at, I forget the name of it. What is it? Tiresome or some shit like that. I honestly, it slipped my mind. I don't know. I still don't know half the characters' names. I really don't. So Willow turns up there, and it's just... it's essentially Willow trying to say, we need to teach Elora Danon magic. It needs to be nurtured and all that sort of stuff. But the Queen isn't having any of it, you see. She's forbidden magic because that will somehow stop evil from getting inside their walls or whatever it is. We went over this with episode 1. Doesn't make a lick of fucking sense. It really doesn't. What more can I say other than... yeah, if you want to keep evil out, it's probably best you have your most powerful weapon. And even with this, with this scene just now, the Queen is like even though she knows that they need Elora Danon to defeat the crone or whatever she's called, she's like, nah, it's best she doesn't do it. There's other ways to defend ourselves. So that's essentially the same as... like a guy with a gun and a guy with a knife both turn up, and the guy with a knife goes, there's many ways to defend ourselves. Yeah, but that guy's got a fucking gun. So maybe you should go and get a gun, and that will help you out a bit, won't it? That will even the odds, as they say. It doesn't make any... it's like you might as well go home. You might as well just give up and let the evil in. If your game plan is just... now we don't need the weapon that is definitely going to help us. But even with the Elora Danon stuff, it's like she already knows that Elora Danon has to be there for to stop this person or crone or monster, whatever it is. I don't really fucking know. All I know is it's some monster or some shit. The thing that's got the prince, but it's just like it makes no sense why you're like, nah, we shouldn't train her, even though we should be doing that. But yeah, they forbid magic for some reason, even though that's great to have as a defense. No point turning up with a knife. You might as well just put it back in your pocket and just let them kill you. That's what you're best off doing. So that's like probably the only thing to talk about. The rest of the episode, we're pretty much going to blow through this. So yeah, she just tells Willow, oh, I'm the... what do they call it? The older, something like that, and she's like, "Well, you're not a great sorcerer. You'll never be a great sorcerer." I didn't realize these are supposed to be friends as well. That's fucking strange to me. So, but that becomes evident in the episode anyway. Willow is fucking useless. Absolutely useless. It makes no sense why later on in the episode they want Willow to go with them, because what we see of Willow is a joke. An absolute joke. Basically every part with Willow is comedic stuff, basically, and it's, you know, it's not that funny. It's Disney comedy, so don't expect much out of it. But yeah, he's completely a tool, useless. So it's just, so yeah, we go back. We're now back in like what was actually happening, where it turns out she's Elora Danan. She's going to save us all. So we go into the borrower's little hole. It's just that's Willow's daughter that's just fawning over Elora Danan. So not much happens. Not much happens. Then we get to see Willow and his abilities, and he's fucking shit. They went straight down the road of, let's make this person an absolute joke that no one can take him serious, but then they want you to treat him serious. I'm like, where are you going with this person, with this character? He's either got abilities or he hasn't. He just seems to be useless. He just this is all just comedic. Ha ha ha! It's funny that he's fucking useless. That's all this part is. You know, it's stuff like, I will consult the bones. I don't know what you're going on about. And then they do like the finger test or something to see if she has magic in her, to know if it's Elora Danan. It doesn't do anything. I don't. You know, these were the parts where the first time I watched this, I gave up because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. What's going on? What are we doing? We've got some man, you know, little man throwing bones on the floor, and then I don't really know. To be honest, I don't know what's going on. It's just comedy. Ha ha ha! He's useless. That's it. That's all it can be chalked up to. There's not really anything there. So you've got this evil demon guy that's like, she's left her protection, her protector or something like that. We're now going to get her. So this guy got stabbed like in the shoulder here in the previous episode, and he's now evil. He's now working for the bad guys. They've done something to him. Just where he got stabbed, it made him evil or something like that. I hope it doesn't get fucking daft. So they're all sitting down at dinner. But yeah, because they realise that Elora Danan's gone. We need to send them off to find her. Because no one kept an eye on her or anything like that. Even after she said she wanted to go, you know, whatever. So the borrowers are all dancing. They're having their dinner. They're basically talking about the journey they have to go on. Elora, she wants to go and find the prince because she loves him. She doesn't care about this old, like, doing his wizard stuff. She's like, I'm off. I'm going with them. So now we need to get Willow to buck up his ideas a bit and go with them to protect Elora. You know, his daughter gives him a bit of a pep talk. And it shows us bits of, because Willow had a vision. We find out a bit more about that later on. But it's just some vision where it's like, all right, so Elora Danan isn't really that important then. It turns out she's supposed to die. Right, so, yeah, I don't know why we're trying to fucking train her then. But maybe we'll get a bit more context with it. Dunno. So they're now, because Elora Danan, she fucked off in the morning again. No one thought, we better make sure we keep an eye on her. Otherwise, she might piss off again, like she did that last time. She's already known for just pissing off on her own, rather than, I don't know why she's just sneaking off. You can just go with them. I don't think Warwick is going to stop you from just leaving to go and find the prince. So I don't know why you're just running off. So, of course, with, you know, I'm still trying to remember names. So Kit is being a narcissistic bitch. That's your main character, by the way. Why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep doing this? You know, maybe since we haven't got that much to talk about, this would be a good thing to talk about. It's good. It's a good thing for your main character. Even if they're a complete arsehole, you need to give them likable qualities so you can attach yourself to them. I think the best example to use is Tony Stark. You know, you have Tony Stark in the first... He's a narcissist in Iron Man 1. But yet he has likable qualities about him. He's taking pictures with the soldiers and all that sort of stuff. Talking, you know, he comes across like he still has likable qualities about him. He's not just a narcissist. Where if you lead your main character as being a narcissist, there's nothing likable about her. You need to give her something likable. Because, you know, a lot of the cope is, oh, well, she's going on an arc. She's at episode 8. She's going to realise what a prick she's been. I almost said a worse word. I should have done, really. It would have been funny. So, that's just what I don't understand. That's what people seem to think. Oh, no, they're going on an arc. They said this same shit with She-Hulk. She didn't go on an arc. She was right all along. Right all along. So, yes, all I'm saying is, can we give our characters likable qualities so I have something to pull from her? Rather than it just being, nah, she's going to do what the fuck she wants to do. She's not going to try and find her, you know, at least somewhat friend. They're on a journey together. No, she just fucks off. She's like, nah, I'm going to find my brother. We're not going to look for that person. So, you know, it's good on a obvious girlfriend that she actually says to her, you know, you're just going to do what you want as you usually do. So, yeah, good. At least someone's calling her out on her bullshit. But yeah, she's barely in this episode either. It's just an Elora Danan episode, really. So they have that little tiff, and then she rides off. She's going to look for some shit. They talk to him, like, because the princess is like, you don't have any evidence that this is Elora Danan, that she has magic and stuff. So that's that. Then Warwick, again, I don't know what you're doing, Warwick. I you know, see if you don't give a shit about it, you know, that's perfectly fine. But please, I'm hoping that's not your best ability at acting. He comes out shouting, idiots, nincompoops, this is why we don't go above the ground, because someone might walk off. What? Ah. But yeah, I don't know why he's acting like this. It's like the acting's really bad. It does come across like he's just, you know, it's a wage. It's a bit of money, bit of walking about money. That's all it seems like. It doesn't seem like he's that invested in what he's doing. And I mean, from what we've seen, yeah, I kind of understand that. So yes, they're all going to fan out and look for her, and the princess fucks off. She's gone. So we get a flashback to the original film. I ain't got much context for the original film. I ain't seen it. And I think that's a better option. Because I imagine if I did see the original, maybe I'd be pretty pissed off at what they're currently doing. So, you know, I'm probably lucky in that sense. But I'm just trying to... Right. So, yeah, he gets a flashback, you know, babies and shit. Elora Danan is just... You know, he found her pretty quickly. She's just standing at some little stream. I thought you were going to save Eric. Now you're just standing about. So they have like some conversation, like, "Oh, you're the magic, whatever." You know, I didn't watch this long. I watched this not long ago, and I'm just like, what? What the fuck happened there? But yeah, it's essentially just. She's like, well, you need to come with us. And I'm just like, from what we've seen, why would you want him to come with you? He seems useless. He seems like he's no use at all, except for a bit of a laugh. Having a bit of a chuckle at his uselessness. So why you want... All of a sudden, it's like you've just met him. But she's acting like she's known him for, like, 5 years or something. It's like, you just met him. Why? And from what we've seen... There's no reason why you would want this guy to go on your quest. Because he just seems a bit, you know, he's pretty much just comedic effect. That's all it is. Comedic relief, rather. But unfortunately, it's not that funny. It's not that funny, so it's just, you know, Elora is going, we need you. I need you. Which I've said, you just met him, and he's nothing but a joke. But yeah, we need him to go, but we can't figure out a way for her to actually, for it to seem like she actually would want him to go. all he said is, "You're Elora Danan, you know magic." And then he hasn't really done fuck all, has he? And then she's like, "I'll do whatever you say. I'll do whatever you say. You're going to study and all that sort of stuff." So, yeah, Willow hugs his daughter and they go off in the car. Yeah, they go off in that little wagon. So they're away. They're finally leaving. So this guy goes all evil and he does something to his other men as well, so they turn the same as him. Because it shows us a shot of him like running at the guy. So yeah, there he is there, old evil man. So they're now on the road again. These two have a conversation. I think this is the only guy that's kind of starting to grow on me. He seems to have a lot in common with the guy. It seems like he doesn't give a fuck about the magic bullshit either, just like I don't. That's really the most. I don't know how you make magic boring. We have the whole episode from, we're now about 22 minutes in, and it's just, we need Elora Danan to keep repeating the same thing over and over and over and over for 20 fucking minutes. It's this same, like, Taroff, Taraf, Tabab, some fucking shite. And they just, it goes on for way too long. And there is a very good clip I think I might put at the end of this review, because it fucking, I can't believe they actually had that, because it summed up exactly what I was thinking. So I'm going to have to throw that in there, aren't I? But it goes on way too long. But yeah, this guy's saying, "Oh, I knew your dad. He went looking for the Chimeria treasure," or something like that. I was with him. He found it. So later on, she wants to find out about her dad. So we have Willow talking to her. She's getting all, nauseous about, like, the, motion sickness. And he's telling her about, the magic is the blood of the veins, or something like that. Something along those lines. And then eventually, what this show actually, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of there with you, Elora. She's like, "I've got motion sickness," and then she froze up all over him. Yeah, that was my thoughts. I always find with shows like these, they do make me fucking nauseous. Just like nauseating as fuck. It was the same with, like, Halo. That's why I couldn't keep reviewing Halo. It's something about the way they shoot it. It makes me feel fucking queasy. So they're now settling down. This is when we get the, repeat after me. Taroff to wuff. And then it just goes on for 10 minutes. And she can't seem to say it right. Even though I'm like, now that I've heard it 3 times, I'd probably be able to say it. Can't remember what it was, though. But it just goes on. Again, it's just supposed to be, ha, 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 she can't say the thing. They're just going back and forth, and he's saying, no, it's Taroff. And she's saying, to roof. So, yeah, that's pretty much all that is, so we can blow past it. And that's when this guy says, I couldn't care less. So I'm like, yeah, definitely. I don't know how you make magic fucking boring, but here we are. So then we get a flashback where Willow is the ice cream man. Those people that drive about in an ice cream van and offer kids sweets. That's literally what they have here. So this is Elora Danan when she's a kid. And Willow's saying, we're short people, we are. My son and daughter are smaller than me. No shit. I imagine they would be. And then, yeah, I can only assume they kind of cut. They cut to a different part. So my only guess is the Queen assumes that he wanted to take Elora Danan away. Like, slip her away. So he's now running after Elora Danan. She wasn't quite ready to take the sweets out the ice cream van. So he just chases her. Then the Queen comes out and she's like, You thought you could slip away with Elora. I don't know if that's what he was going to do. I don't know if that was his plan. You cut away. I don't know what he was doing. He was just saying, yeah, we're small folk. My kids are smaller than me. And that was all he done. So I don't know if he made more advancements. I don't know. But she comes out, and then we get more bad acting from Warwick. I'm sorry, Warwick. You're not doing well here. Yeah, the Queen is like, get to fuck, don't come back. And he's like, I'll never come back because of this disrespect. I don't care about you or Elora. Yeah, you do. You do. When we first met you in episode 1, you didn't seem a bit like, I don't want to fucking deal with this. So, my guess is you do care. So, yeah, he wakes up, says summon. And then the things turn up. What are they called? Those guys that are now evil. They show up at where the hobbits are. And it's just... It's one of these ones where... Like, they're standing there. It's like, nah, they can see you. They can see you. I'm sorry. They've seen you. They're just shouting, we're looking for whatever her name was. Because that Elora Darnan's got a different name. I don't know if they're shouting that. What they're shouting about is the princess about. You might as well go out there. I don't know how he ain't seeing you. He should be able to see you from there. So, and then the Willow's daughter goes out there and says, they're not here. They went back to the Tir Morel. They went back by that road. Maybe if you leave now, you'll catch up to them. And then then the evil guys, they find tracks going the other way. So they're like, there's fresh tracks here. Right. So, yeah. Caught in a lie. I'm surprised that evil guy didn't kill her, really. Seems like he would have done. So they now know what way they're going. So I imagine in episode 3, or rather, they're going to catch up with them, aren't they? So Elora Darnan's still going for Earth. Again, that's the majority of the episode. Her just repeating the same thing over and over again. All right. So yeah, then Willow and her have a bit of a to-do, because she just can't get it right. She's just ordinary. Willow slams a book on the floor because she starts taking the piss out of him, saying, if you're such a great sorcerer, what do you need me for to take on the crone? The old hag. And he's like, it's not an old hag, it's a big monster thing. So she goes off on her own. They let her go off on her own, even though there's people after her. We seen what went down at the castle when all those monster things came in. You already know, like Willow especially knows, that there is going to be people that will want her. Yet they just let her go off on her own. And yeah, it all goes to shit, as you would imagine. So we get a conversation. This is like the second conversation they've had the whole episode. Which is, it's better because the previous episode, with her in it the majority of the time, yeah, not very good. So they just, I don't know, she's just like, why do you care about, what you get a lot of in this episode is just, we're gonna have other characters tell us about how other people are feeling, tell us about their motivations. Again, just it's fucking lazy. So lazy. It's like, just show us how if an actor's good, we can tell what they're thinking, what their feelings are. We don't need it told to us, or like their motivations told to us. All that it's like you should be able to do that with us just being able to see that on our own, but they don't trust you. So it's just like, I don't want to go with that because magic bullshit. And she's like, I gotta go because I'm subject of the Queen. She's not even in the knight. She's not even a knight yet. So are you really subject to the Queen? I don't know. I don't even know why they fucking sent you. She's like literally just got into the Knights of Galadorn, and the Queen's went, I'll send you. the Queen, that isn't a good idea, because you may want someone that has experience. And by the way, what I've just remembered also is like what I brought up on episode 1 was that old guy died. They never said anything about it, and it's the same here. Never happened. I literally just remembered. That's what I said. I said I should check when we go into episode 2. So yeah, there's a lot. They have a little to do, and then these guys sit down. It's like we need to stick together. You see. Then the wimpy guy goes off to talk to He goes and gives Elora a pep talk. He's fucking beta as fuck. Like he's just really. Oh, can I give you a bit? Can I give you a bit? Just give her advice. So you got to do. You ain't got to ask for permission. But she's in a bit of a strop. Still sitting there, just saying just sitting there saying that again. Half the episode is spent on her saying that. Basically, what's supposed to happen is like a berry tree or something supposed to sprout out of the ground when the spell works. So yeah, this is when he tells us like how the other characters feel and what their motivations are. They're like, Kit is jealous of you. Again, I already knew that. I already knew Kit was a very jealous person, and I didn't need anyone to tell me that. But they have, because they think I'm very stupid. The same with like, that's the freckled woman with the ginger hair. Her name is Jade. I've remembered that now. He's like, and she cares about doing what's right. I don't know, something along those lines. So he says all that, then he fucks off. Again, they're leaving her out here on her own. Out on her own. She's just sitting there saying it and saying it and saying it. Then Willow's about ready to give up. He's given up. He don't want to do it no more. He's like, in my vision, this is when we find out that Elora Danan has to die. So what, I don't know what difference it makes teaching her magic then, if she's just supposed to die. So who knows? But that's his vision. He gets up and finds her dead. And he's just like, she has to die. So there's that. And then we have Kit wanting to find out about her father. So and then we have Elora Danan. Now where is she? She's like sleeping on the ground. Then she wakes up and starts saying "Taruff, taruff, buff." And then a guy comes and punches her in the fucking head. Good. I was so tired of listening to someone keep saying the same thing over and over again. Really was, just constantly just saying it. Just saying the same thing. Listen, she was at the point where you might as well give up. Just give up. It's not working. But she gets a strike to the head, and now she's been kidnapped. Because they thought, oh, this person that's supposed to fulfill some prophecy or something like that, let's just leave her out on her own. So someone may kidnap her. Right. Not very switched on. So yeah, that's it. And then just as she goes, the thing sprouts up in like bad CGI. What the fuck's that? It doesn't look very good to me. And that has us done with episode 2. I'm surprised we got as much out of it as we did. We're now almost at half an hour. I'm surprised by that. I thought I'd be here about 15 minutes. But yeah, then again, sometimes when you're going through it, you remember things. Something just pops up like, oh yeah, that fucking bollocks as well. But yeah, that's really all I've got for episode 2. I've now got another 2 episodes to go, and then I'm caught up. I'm going to try and get episode 3 and 4 done tomorrow, and then episode 5 is out on Wednesday. So it's a very, very, very busy week. Just watching shite, I suppose. As you do when you want a little fun. But I will see you on episode 3 then, I guess. This should be out tomorrow. I've already published the first episode, so that's already out. But at least I'm another episode down.
What?